Z-93 WCGC Atlanta.
It's 2 o'clock with Jay Andrews on Z-93, and I've got another hour of Atlanta's hottest music going on right now. Z-93. Always a better song on Z-93. This is Jay Andrews at 3:23. Cindy Lauper's here, and she says girls just want to have fun.
We're going to tear the roof off this sucker right now.
You got Z-93 in Atlanta. And George Harrison asking, what is life? I'll tell you what life is. Life is being a big-time disc jockey in the most beautiful city in the South and playing the best music in the nation.
I love Z-93.
This is Z-93 Atlanta.
Z-93. MAJIC 102.9.
Any way you want it.
I seen Oprah on hard copy last week with a picture of her. Got a tall, young, strong gentleman named
Jay Andrews. MAJIC 102.9.
MAJIC 102.9, Groundhog Day.
They'll stand up on their hind legs.
Yeah.
If there are, more groundhogs around, they'll whistle, for warning to the others.
Stand up and whistle.
Yeah.
I think Casey and the Sunshine Band did a song kind of like that.
Yeah.
You've eaten a groundhog before?
Yeah, I've ate several of them.
This is Danny.
Guy said he'd been eating them.
Oh, yeah, they're good meat.
Oh, come on, Danny.
Yeah, they are.
Don't tell
Good-
me.
They're vegetarians. Make them in your oven with sweet potatoes and cornbread. It's great.
This is Clovis.
Yeah, how are you today, sir?
I'm not complaining. And who's this again?
Research, I'm actually calling from Eugene, Oregon. I see I'm calling somewhere in Georgia. Is that correct?
Yes, you are.
Okay, and are you registered to vote at this address?
I'm a registered voter.
How likely is it that you would vote in the next election?
I voted 4 times the last one.
You're kidding, right?
No, sir. Not kidding about that.
Really? Boy, I would love to know how. Are you talking? Was it like absentee ballots and things like that?
I just took a ham to each location. They let me go right on through. I've been doing it.
Do you have like same-day registration?
No.
I'm curious how you managed to do that. We've learned a lot about how we, as they say, make our sausage in this country. You say you voted 4 times.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, do you plan to vote in the next election?
I'm going to break my own record. You mentioned sausage a little while ago.
Yeah. Do you understand the metaphor I was using there? People talk about, if you like sausage or lie, you shouldn't see either one made. You understand what I mean by that?
No, I thought you were talking about maybe a company that made the sausage.
Oh, no. I was just referring to how we learned how sloppy it is in how we count our votes, and the whole democratic process has obviously some flaws in it.
Well, I'm in Georgia, and we love that sausage now.
Me too. I'm sure my heart doctor doesn't appreciate it, but
What kind you like?
I pork in general.
That's some good eating right there.
You
we
betcha.
put a pig on the ground when it's time to elect
man.
somebody.
You're making me hungry.
And
well, let's see if we can get back to the survey here. Okay, how about the pharmaceutical industry, favorable or
Can't stand anybody on drugs.
Okay, but the pharmaceutical industry, favorable or unfavorable?
I cannot stand to talk about. You heard you just say no.
Okay, how about the major American car companies?
If you don't buy American, you are not American.
Okay, how about HMOs?
Homo?
Health maintenance organizations, HMOs?
It sounds like a very intimate term.
No, health maintenance organizations, HMOs? Yeah.
I don't want to answer that question, sir.
Okay, how about America's health insurance companies? How about hospitals?
That's the best place to eat lunch in town.
Okay, but just regardless of how good their lunch is, just thinking some more just about the pharmaceutical industry, can you please tell me some of the reasons you said you have a half and half opinion of the pharmaceutical industry?
It ain't even half and half. It ain't any good.
Okay.
I don't think any drugs anybody's on are any good. Now, you sound like a fine fella. You don't believe in drugs, do you?
No, sir.
You don't believe in. You would not take drugs or anything, would you?
No, but
well, now you understand what I'm trying to say. That drugs just ain't done nobody no good.
Okay.
That's all I'm trying to tell you now. I mean, that's very simple to understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
when you do see, read, or hear something about prescription drug companies and the pharmaceutical industry, does it seem to you that it's usually about insurance companies requiring the use of generic drugs, prescription drug companies' profits, the discovery of new prescription drugs?
I would say A, B, and C.
Okay, unfortunately, they only allow me to put in one response here.
Well, I can't give you just one.
Okay, I'm not surprised.
You're the fella who called me up. I can't help it if I feel that way.
Please understand, I didn't write this. I just read what comes up on my screen.
You didn't write it?
No, sir. I just read what comes up on my screen.
How am I going to get paid for this answering?
Oh, you don't get paid, sir.
You mean to tell me I'm giving you these answers for free?
Absolutely, sir. Well, I'm just gathering opinions, and it's completely confidential. There's no name associated here. I'm just talking to somebody on the phone who's from Georgia.
I don't mind giving you my name. My name is Clovis Mozelle. Okay. Everybody, you might have heard of me.
No, I can't say that I have. Let's try and continue here. I'm going to read a list of some different things that the president and Congress might try to do in the next year.
I'm going to have to interrupt you there.
Okay.
Because when you're talking about the president, he should be just called W. Because that's what everybody calls him, W.
That's true.
That's true. When I say W, who am I talking about?
I know you're talking about President George W. Bush. Yep, no doubt about that. It's like Oprah or Cher, right? We know who you're talking about.
All right.
Okay, now, how about passing HMO and managed care reform? How high of a priority should that be?
Sir, I've told you one time I'm not going to talk about homosexuals.
Okay. Can I call you back in a few minutes?
Well, you could do that.
Okay, what was your name again, please?
Jay Andrews. MAJIC 102.9.